laughs, bits, tangents. Matt and Mike, virginal fans, began watching One Piece and everything the show had to offer, and their nonsense ideas drove them to create their podcast.
Buggy the Clown is back. Fuck.
This is a One Piece podcast.
These words lured listeners to their grand show in what's now known as the funpiecepodcast.
Yayo, 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 ho ho, set sail for Fun Piece. It's the name of the podcast with Matt and Mike. Yayo, yayo, set sail for Fun Piece.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Fun Piece podcast. My name is Matt.
My name is Mike. And we fucked up. We had to grow some more historians. We're working on it. So we were digging around in the freezer in the kitchen, and we decided to bring Classic out of cold storage. We brought you honorary librarian Sebastian.
I'm back.
Sebastian.
He's back.
Time skip Sebastian.
Post time
You lived, bitch.
Post time skip.
I'm coming back stronger, taller. I'm wider. Every dimension. But I will say, in one relevant fact, since the last time I've been on this podcast, I have read all of One Piece.
All of it.
I read all of it.
Literally.
Sebastian knows how it ends.
Yep.
Well,
The parts-
okay. I read up to the Wano arc. The other one's not finished yet. I've read a lot of One Piece.
Yeah. Who's your favorite One Piece character, Sebastian?
It is Zio. I will tell you no more.
Who the fuck is that?
I love Zio.
Fucking is Zio Power Ranger?
I think his name is Zio. I will say, I looked up a figure of this person, and I was like, I own 0 figurines of anything. I was like, maybe this will be my first one. And it was $175, and I didn't buy it.
Oh, coward.
Coward. That sounds like Zio might be quite prominent. Mike is
It's like you got to get your favorite One Piece character as a statue. I'm holding Foxy up to the...
His name is Zio. I did confirm.
Zio confirmed.
I think Sebastian's confusing with the character Zed from
Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Well, Zed came in to play.
So your favorite character is Lord Zed?
Yes. Yep. That's what I meant.
Lord Zed. All right, Lord Zed.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see Lord Zed.
I will say after reading all of the manga,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have like 20% of my heart is for the main characters, and the other 80% is for all of the weird little background fucking things that Oda puts in.
Like, was it like Minato or whatever his name is, the little carpenter who can't walk by a door without fixing it?
Oh, I think.
Do you know that one?
I think that's old. That's from the very beginning, right?
We haven't seen him since Drum Island, I think. I think he was on Drum Island.
I think he was too, yeah.
I think that's the last time we saw him.
I don't know.
Sand-Man?
For an example, there's a character called Mamboshi who just shouts his name and dances.
Spoilers over here.
Mamboshi?
He's
Mamboshi.
I don't know.
Oh, like Mambo.
Mambo.
Like Mambo.
Yeah.
Mambo number 5.
Mamboshi.
Mambo. She.
Oh, hey, happy December 26th for all of you who celebrate the day after Christmas.
Happy Boxing Day.
Happy Foxy Day.
Oh. Because he boxes.
Happy belated birthday.
It is Foxy Day because he boxes.
It is Foxy Day.
Yeah.
Happy belated Chopper Day. And I'm sure somebody else was born.
Maybe.
Maybe. Sebastian, can you look up whose birthday it is?
I will. I'll do it. Here I go.
you are the librarian, you have to read it. You have to read through all of the manga right now to figure out whose birthday it is today.
Oh, you mean in relation to One Piece? I'm just looking up other people's birthday.
Oh, in real life? No.
That makes a lot more sense.
Oh, man.
You know, it's exciting.
'Twas the day after Christmas, and all through the ship, not a creature was stirring, not even
Usopp.
drip.
Usopp.
Foxy handled his afros with care, and Chicky Cheetah was caught in a snare. Portia lit the decorative candles.
While Big Pan adjusted his hamburger handles.
So we are looking for December 26th or December 25th?
December 26th. Even though we're not recording it, we're recording it in the past.
It's okay. We're time traveling.
There's Broye and Mashikaku.
Yeah. Who?
Mashikaku?
Ashikaku?
Mashikaku.
Happy birthday, Ashikaku and
No,
Morgan.
Mashikaku.
Mashikaku.
We know
Do we know that?
We know Mashikaku.
Who the fuck is Mashikaku?
He was in
Mashikaku. Kaku?
No, Mashikaku. He's a fucking. He was in
subordinate of Smoker and Tashiki.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mashikaku.
Oh,
He's a
yeah.
Marine.
Yeah. The birthday picture is very zoomed in. I recognize
He's a Marine.
him now.
He's got sideburns.
Happy birthday, Mashikaku.
Happy birthday.
Why did you remember the name Mashikaku?
I don't know. I feel like you said it before, and I was like, that's quite the name.
Did I? Maybe. I forget most of what happens.
While in Alabasta, Mashikaku carried a long rifle. Maybe he's cousins with Foxy.
Whoa.
If it's long, it's related to Foxy. That's it.
Oh, yeah. You
Long. What?
You don't know the other character whose birthday it is.
We don't. No way.
No.
We met a brand new member of the crew today, though. Holy, it just happened.
Yeah, Chopper Man.
Yes, Chopper Man. We knew Chopper Man.
Mike has just been unaware of Chopper this whole time.
There was a Straw Hat Theater episode where it was Chopper Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a sequel. I've decided it's all canon. The word filler means nothing. I'm going to stop using filler. If it's in the anime, it counts. There are no nipples in One Piece. There are no deaths in One Piece. There is no filler.
Yep.
It's all canon.
All canon, all true, all the time.
If you call it filler, you're just trying to rewrite history. You know, you're trying to just pretend. You're denying the truth.
That's an interesting perspective from my perspective,
Yeah, right?
because I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, see, the thing, Sebastian, is that you've read the Spark Notes of One Piece.
Oh
Straight
yeah,
the Coward's
all
Approach.
1,050 chapters were just the Spark Notes.
Yep.
You've taken. Listen, Matt and I have 1,000% spent more time with One Piece than you have.
Oh, absolutely! It takes like 5 times as long to watch the show than it does to read it.
We're in it. All right, it's not.
We are.
If you just read the manga, it's the Coward's Approach. It's Spark Notes. You're missing the best parts.
Yeah. Well, that's why they just had announced the exciting new news that they're going to be remaking the anime. We haven't even talked about that. They're remaking.
They're
the
only
anime.
doing the filler.
They're only doing the filler, and it's going to be made by
Finger quotes
Netflix,
filler.
the superior anime watching platform, Netflix,
Yeah.
as we all know. And
I think they should remake it
It's-
backwards.
It's the Ranking of Kings animation studio, apparently, so it's going to look really fucking nice.
Yeah, they did Spy Family too. Yeah, they do good stuff.
Spy Family 2 came out?
No, Spy Family 2 came out. It's about the little girl ends up she grows up and then becomes a ghost, and then she meets another ghost, and they're ghost spies.
Ghost Spy Family.
And then
2.
yes.
Okay, we have 30 seconds before the 10-minute mark when we can actually start talking about One Piece. Matt, what's your least favorite Christmas song?
My least favorite Christmas song? I can't tell you my least favorite, but I can tell you my favorite.
Oh, that's a positive approach. That's not what I'm looking for. Sebastian, what's your least favorite Christmas song?
The Beach Boys when they go, Christmas comes this time each year.
That's fair.
All right, Matt, what's your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite Christmas song, like a Christmas carol specifically.
Just any
well, there's
Christmas
songs and then there's Christmas carols. There's different things.
Anything that's related to Christmas.
All right. So I don't like White Christmas. I don't like that song. How about that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's.
I do. If you're talking about carols, I really like the Wassail song. Do you know the Wassail song?
Is that from the? Okay, I think I know the Wassail song because of the California Raisins Christmas special.
Oh, I don't.
Have you ever seen? You haven't seen the California Raisins
haven't,
Christmas
no,
special,
but
you have seen the Laurel and Hardy Nightmare Fest March of the Wooden Soldiers.
We should talk about this, which has nothing to do with. This is a One Piece podcast, everyone.
This is a One Piece podcast. My nightmare Christmas thing as a child was the California Raisins Christmas special.
That's fair.
I recommend everybody watch it.
Sebastian.
Because I think they have a joke about wassailing, but the one character thought it was waffling, and he eats a waffle.
That's funny. That is a fun joke. Sebastian.
Yes.
Do you know the Wassail song?
No.
Here we come a wassailing.
Oh, I did immediately.
Yes,
So
green,
I do.
And here we come a wandering, so fair to be seen. Love and joy come to you. It's a good time. Anyway, do you know the Laurel and Hardy March of the Wooden Soldiers movie, a.k.a. Babes in Toyland?
Guys, I read all the One Piece. I'm here because I read all of One Piece. Why am I being tested on this other stuff?
Right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Trust the system. It's all going to come full circle.
All right. Anyway, there's this horrible man who lives outside of Toyland where Laurel and Hardy live.
Talking about it?
No, I mean, it's fine. Anyway, if you know the plot of Babes in Toyland, it's that, but like way better. It's Laurel and Hardy doing slapstick stuff, and there's a haunted little mouse that I think was supposed to be like
Mickey Mouse.
It's terrifying. It's great.
But it's a monkey it's like a monkey that they put like a hard plastic Mickey Mouse head on, and it looks like it's dying.
He's just adorable. Anyway, there's this guy Barnaby. He steals a woman, and then Laurel and Hardy steal her back. They save her, and then Barnaby releases all these cave monsters from like the Netherworld on Toyland. So then Laurel and Hardy go in slapstick fun fashion. They go to the toy shop where they work, and they release this army of wooden soldiers.
Wait,
and then it's like this great montage of like wooden soldiers fighting all these cave monster boogeymen.
Is this live action?
Yes.
Oh man! As you were talking, I googled. You might pick up my mic or my keyboard sounds. I'm sorry.
It's fine. We get historians all the time. It's like click clack click clack.
I mean, they're not. I'm not even actually typing. I just have a soundboard with keyboard sounds. I thought the whole time you were describing that, I was thinking that it was like the Rudolph animation, like clay stuff,
like stop motion.
No.
Yeah.
And then I googled it, and I'm like, oh, these are real people.
Yeah,
this is a real thing.
Real monkey dressed as Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, I'm gonna make.
And there's a guy dressed as James Corden from Cats.
This is wild.
You're not wrong.
My favorite part of that whole thing that Matt has forced me to watch is episode 336.
What about, is it the part where they like waterboard him,
it.
where they put him on the swing and keep dunking him in the well?
I was trying to transition.
Episode 336.
And it is the waterboarding scene, yeah.
Yeah. Chopper Man.
Episode 336 titled Remember That Time, ... MVP is Portia.
Portia was in this?
Yeah.
What?
Portia was in it.
I didn't see Portia. Where was Portia?
Portia was the damsel in distress that Rice Zoro saves.
Oh, I didn't even realize.
Yeah. So this is an episode about Chopper Man. Chopper Man is a superhero who uses his super cuteness to fight villains.
Yep.
He's fighting the evil Doctor Usodaba.
Usodaba
and
Bada.
Usodaba Bada?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot
Usodaba
that part.
Bada. Yeah.
And his goons, Sanji Ropus, Zoro Killer.
His name's Zoro
Sanji-
Killer? I just wrote Rice Ball Samurai.
Yeah, this is Rice Ball Samurai Zoro Killer. He's also got Robin Flowern. as one of his
Robaflowen?
Robaflowen? I thought it was Robaflowern.
Maybe. I don't know.
Flowern. I don't know. His goons don't respect him. He wants to be respected and get some more goons, so he hatches a scheme to go on TV and convince people to come and join him.
Mm-hmm.
Elsewhere, Namafia.
Mm-hmm.
Or Namifia.
Namifia,
is
Chopper
just
Man's
Nami.
assistant.
Yeah, who's just Nami. Is like, we're out of potato chip money. So she tells Chopper to go fight Dr. Usobada Daba. And Chopper is like, I don't really want to, but then he sees that Dr. Usobada Bada is going to give away a cool jet plane toy.
An Air Force C-Max limited edition plane.
A C-Max limited edition plane. And Chopper's like, I want that toy. So Chopper goes to get it. Yeah.
It's
So
it's basically
some stuff
that.
happens. Nami tries to go help, but she sold the Luffy robot for a bunch of tacky rings.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
Usobada Bada tries to sing a lot.
He tries to sing. Sanja Robus then is doing a cooking show, a 30-hour cooking show. And
Yeah, oh my god, it's so fucking good.
he cooks for 3 minutes, and then he goes, and I'll be staring. And he's like, and now for the next 29 hours and 57 minutes, I'll be staring at you ladies lovingly.
And it's just like he's lightly groaning every time it shows his face. He's like It's really good. It's really good.
Does this sound like a fever dream, Sebastian?
So I have nothing to add because I don't know what is happening, and I did try to look it up, and then I realized I could not catch up. But Mike's sexual moaning did make me want to bring up something for something we might want to think about as a segment of the show. Me having only read words, and I don't watch anything. If you guys would like,
you have no eyeballs.
You only...
That doesn't make sense. Anyway.
You have eyeballs in your fingers. You have finger balls.
Yeah.
How do you guys
see
feel?
with your hands?
Yeah, I read it in Braille.
Hell yeah.
How would you guys feel about a segment called "What Do You Think This Character Sounds Like"?
Ooh,
I like that.
I like that a lot.
Like that.
Can I just interject before we jump into that? Are there Braille manga? Because that would be cool as hell. Like they feel the shape of the faces and stuff. Is that a thing, or is that like
I don't know.
Too money time
Like Braille
consuming?
comics in general.
Yeah, is Braille comics a thing?
To Google we go.
It'd be interesting. Anyway, hey folks listening out there, if you want to join our Discord, link in the description. Let me know if there are Braille comics, because that'd be cool. I don't know.
We're curious.
I'm curious.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I'm curious.
I like Sebastian's segment idea. I think we're gonna do that.
I like that.
I'm gonna decide when we do it, and I'm not gonna tell anybody when.
All right, Mike is in charge of the segment, so
It
that's
might
fine.
not. It may not even be recorded. It might just be the next time I see Mike.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake Sebastian up at 2 a.m. and say, "Usopp, go."
Yeah. I like
ready.
this. That's fine. We'll get there. There's more Usopp later.
Yeah, we're burning through this Chopper Man episode.
Chopper Man shows up and he wants to join.
Oh.
What?
Usodaba Bada Daba Bada tries to sing again, but then Zoro Killer kicks him, and has a samurai movie where Johnny
Yeah.
and Yasuko try to victimize Portia, but then Zoro Killer beats the shit out of him.
Was that Portia? I thought that was Tashigi. I'm
She had
pretty
like the
sure.
pointy Portia nose.
I thought it was Tashigi.
I'll look it up, but I'm pretty sure who the fuck cares about Tashigi when
Zoro
Portia's around?
Zoro does because she looks like Kawina because she is Kawina. Right, Sebastian. You've read it all.
Sebastian knows.
Tashigi
There's such
is
a thing.
Kawina.
There's such a thing as audio comic books. Sorry, I don't know what we're talking about. But you can.
We're talking about Portia.
Blind people apparently can enjoy an audio comic book.
Oh, thank you for using the Dewey Decimal System and looking that up in your library for us.
Yeah, it was number 4, actually.
Nice. Anyway, Zoro Rice Bald, Samurai, Johnny Yasuko. Chopper Man shows up. He says, "Usabada daba daba, I want to join your gang."
I'm 1,000% sure that's Portia. Pointy nose. She's got more of a mask than glasses, and she's got the little like bauble on her head, like Portia has.
Hey.
She also has the patterned dress that Portia kind of wears. So, Portia.
Wow. Mike really cares about Portia here.
I care about the sexy foxy pirates.
Fair enough.
The best pirate crew on the sea. They're doing the best. They've got the strongest crew because there's so many of them.
No, there aren't. There's only 3 of them.
No, he got them back.
No, he did.
Yeah, he got them all back.
When did he get him back?
When he came back for that second part, got them all back.
I don't believe that.
Because Luffy helped him fight the guy who was trying to take over, the captain that he took.
Oh,
Yeah, he got his crew back.
interesting. Agree to disagree.
This is also something I can't even weigh in on because I think that the Foxy Pirates are featured much more in the anime than in the manga.
That's why it's better.
Of course.
It's a good point.
Anyway.
Definitive way.
Anyway, Chopper Man shows up and wants to join the Usabada Dabababa gang for the toy. He really wants that toy. He's like, that's a sweet airplane and I want it.
Yep.
So Usabada Bada Daba Daba Baba Baba says Chopper Man's got to lose in a televised wrestling match and he will give Chopper Man the toy plane. So then we cut over and then full on oh man, I forget who says it. They're like, of course, because pro wrestling is known for its integrity and realism.
I think that was Usopp. He's
yes.
like, yeah.
I was like,
Nobody will ever think this is fake.
yeah. This episode was made for me. I was very excited.
And then who
about
the
this.
fuck shows up?
It's motherfucking Minoru Suzuki. I was so excited. They called him Minoru something else, but it's literally Minoru Suzuki.
They called him like the Raging Wind or something.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. It wasn't his voice, obviously, but I was like, oh my goodness, it's Minoru Suzuki.
Maybe in Japanese, maybe the original.
Oh, it was probably him.
It is. Yeah,
for sure.
They should have just kept his Japanese voice in the English dub. That would have been really funny.
It would have been great. He's good. I wanted him to get up there and just start slapping everybody in the chest. It would have been great. Anyway, every time Usababa Bada Daba 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 Gaba Jaba does a move, it just gets longer every time. Every time he does a move to Chopper, Robin Flower holds up the toy plane, so Chopper Man has to play along with the move. And just keeps going.
I cannot stress these are the kind of stakes I fucking love.
Just like the like, it's very important to Chopper Man.
It's just
hell yeah.
I'm surprised there's not an arc that's just like Luffy wants a toy boat.
I mean,
so he fights like the president.
I mean, we'll get there for these episodes.
Yeah,
It started with like Luffy's just like,
That's kind of where we're.
I
That's
like
kind of
that
Thriller
skeleton.
Bark, isn't it?
He's going to play music for me on my crew.
Yeah. The plane breaks, I believe.
Yep.
And then Usadaba Daba Guava Daba Daba Haba Daba says that he wasn't actually going to give it to Chopper. So then Chopper beats the shit out of him, and then Minoru beats the shit out of him. Mm-hmm. Chopper also does a lot of cute stuff to win over the crowd.
Yeah,
he's just a little cutie.
We got a full double turn.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
So Usadaba Haba Daba Haba Gaba Daba.
Guava Jabba Chaba. Heba Haba. Heba Baba Babble.
You guys are making this very hard to Google.
Summons Big Frankie bot.
Giant robot Frankishon.
The Luffy Bomber, who we don't know anything about because he's so new.
Mm-hmm.
Then Luffy Bomber shows up. Then Luffy Bomber throws a globe arena that the wrestling match is in at Frankie Bot, and defeats the bad guys. And then Chopperman has a fan club.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything else. Also, Nami was there.
Yeah.
She had to sell the rings to get Luffy Bomber back.
She did. She was really upset about it.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the whole episode.
That's it.
We did it.
Yep.
That was it. That's a podcast.
Well, thanks for joining us, as always. This has been great.
Honk,
Sebastian,
honk,
thank you
honk,
for your-
honk, 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 honk,
Glad I could be here.
honk, 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 honk.
Thanks
This
for
is an official
inviting me.
honk, honk, honk. This has been an official Buggy Watch. It's been 38 episodes since we last saw Buggy the Clown.
Better. It's been Foxy Watch. It's been, what was the number, Matt?
38.
38 episodes since we've seen Sexy Foxy of the Silver Fox Foxy of the Sexy Foxy Pirates. Episode 337.
337. Sebastian,
Do
we
skeleton-
we keep
what?
track. We keep track, Sebastian, of how long it's been since Foxy and Buggy,
Yeah.
and they were in the same episode.
Both Foxy and Buggy. I see. Was it the? Okay. What was the episode they were both in together?
It was a Christmas special.
That's what I thought.
Where
Okay,
Foxy stole a tree.
Yeah, I remember Matt talking to me outside of the podcast about the Christmas episode where everyone was there.
Yes.
Just
Yeah,
in
it
general.
was good.
Every
It was
single
very
person.
good. And look at us. Hey, yesterday was Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
If you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas.
If you don't, that's also good.
Happy
Write in and tell us what you celebrate.
Happy.
I can't believe nobody told
Foxy.
us how much sex they have.
What?
Who?
I asked that one time. I asked write in and fan transponder snail about how much you fuck, and nobody did.
I can't believe we asked that of people.
I don't know. I just guess nobody who listens to this fucks.
Episode 337.
Episode 337. Do skeletons poop?
Yes.
The MVP was T because there wasn't too much else.
I didn't.
Really?
I didn't have an MVP.
But where'd he get the T?
He's been. I mean, he was probably soaking his buddies' bodies in seawater, and that's how Brook made the tea.
Ooh. Orange Luffy.
Orange Luffy.
We got Orange Luffy,
He's got an orange vest instead of a red one this time.
but he's got red pants instead of blue or black pants.
Very exciting. Very warm autumn colors.
How did that read in the
It didn't.
Black and
It
white.
didn't come up actually. I didn't actually notice. It's good to know. I'll actually have to read the whole thing, knowing now that he's in slightly different colored pants and vests.
Did you read the manga wrong? You know you're supposed to color in every panel as you go, right?
I just wasn't very good at it. I couldn't stay within the lines.
My chopper was blue.
Oh,
That would be a fun way to read a manga as well. That'd be fun.
so there was the character I mentioned before, Mamboshi. I brought up in front of the historian, And I was like, I don't even know what color he is. Like, I don't know anything about the manga. And then she responded, he's unfortunately flesh-colored.
Oh, no.
And then I looked at a picture, and I liked him a little bit less.
Oh, no.
Oh man, I want to look up Momboshi so bad.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do
You're
it.
not that far
Spoilers.
away from him.
Okay, all right,
He's also
all right,
like
all right.
not an important character at all.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we're gonna love him.
Those are the best characters.
Yeah.
Frankie's Frankie's working
Yeah,
on
you go.
the waiver from Sky PP.
But Nami don't like that.
No.
Nami says, "Don't touch my fucking shit,
Yeah.
Robo Man."
And she gives him a bloody nose, but not the sexy kind.
Not the sexy kind, because Frankie is one of the few older men who don't get horned by every woman he sees.
Whoa.
It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, it is refreshing.
Frankie seems like the character that would,
Yeah, absolutely.
but he doesn't.
He's,
Frankie's just very confident and loves himself and his body.
he's too
Yeah.
cool for it.
Yeah,
It's
there's
too
only
cool.
one. There's only one thing that cyborg loves and makes love to, and it's cola.
It's true. Stick that dick in a
There's definitely,
Jar of
that is
cherry
definitely
cola.
an aspect of like Frankie's character that they just Oda was like, that's how he's powered, and then don't question it. Don't think about it too hard. There just always has to be cola available to him.
Yeah.
I feel like all the Straw Hats are pretty easy to explain, even Chopper. And then Frankie hits a threshold of... So the front half of him is a robot, and he did it to himself. Also, he's powered by cola, and his hair is blue, and his hair gets floppy when he's out of juice.
His hair's blue?
His hair
Yeah.
is blue.
What color did you think it
I
was?
thought he was blonde. I honestly thought he was blonde the whole time.
No, he's got blue hair. That's a blue-haired gentleman.
Don't they... do you see the covers?
They do see the covers, but I skip right by him.
Oh, you should look at the covers. That's some good art.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that'd be
And you
good.
can see
That
what
would
color
be good
everybody's hair
advice
is.
for 1,000 episodes or chapters ago.
It's fine. You'll have more to read. There's more to come.
Read it again.
I mean, I have it open on my phone currently so that I can see, the things we're currently talking about.
Yeah.
You're blowing his mind. All right.
Sanji asks Luffy and Usopp and Chopper to get ingredients for dinner from the aquarium.
Octopi.
There's a fucking dumbwaiter inside the main mast of the ship. That's crazy.
Yeah.
He sends drinks. Sanji sends drinks down to Robin and Nami down in the dining room, aquarium viewing room.
Yeah.
And there's a dumbwaiter inside the mast. That's so cool.
I gotta say the fresh fits of this arc are very nice. I think everybody's looking good. So Usopp, once he changes,
Usopp's Three Musketeers hat.
yeah, that's a real fresh fit. This is, I think, Nami's best outfit so far.
It's just shorts and a shirt.
It's just not bad, and I feel I don't think Nami has very good fashion sense. Is my take.
She was too busy hanging out with a bunch of brutal fishmen or locked in a room making maps to learn about fashion.
I think it's a good character trait, though. I wonder if that's on purpose.
Maybe. Mm.
Yeah.
Usopp,
Anyway,
Usopp jumps in an
dumbwaiter.
aquarium. He's got to get a bunch of octopus,
Almost
octopi.
fucking dies.
He gets sucked on so hard, and then one of them inks all up on him after
Gets
sucking
inked
on
all
him
over.
so hard. And then Luffy tries to shove his arm in the ground, and I'm just ignoring the fact that it's water, and Luffy is supposed to not be able to do anything in water. And then he ends up getting sucked on. So then
I think it's Sprite.
The aquarium is just all Sprite.
Yeah. Crystal Sprite.
That's just how they're.
It would make sense for Frankie, who is powered by cola, to just be like, what a fish like? Probably Sprite.
They're like Sprite. It's fine.
It's the clearest of the sodas.
It's the most clear of the soda. That is funny. Luffy Gum Gatlings the water and punches a bunch of octopus, and then launches Usopp out of the aquarium. Meanwhile, they what?
I really like this whole bit as just like it happens, and I was like, why did we see all that?
I don't know. For no real reason.
It's just such a thing that happens.
It's just such a thing that happened. And meanwhile, Zorro spots from the crow's nest like a barrel with a flag on it. It's like a treasure that was sent off into the sea to be offered to the gods.
Yeah, barrel offering, and they think it might have booze or food in it, so they decide to crack it open. Mm-hmm. But what happens, Sebastian?
So I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep up. I actually don't think any of that like Luffy punching stuff happens in the manga.
Or the octopus? Yeah.
I'm actually like scrolling back and forth on my phone, and be like, where are we? I don't know. I don't remember this at all.
So, did the firework barrel happen?
Yeah. That's certainly
okay. All right, that's where we're at.
I was about to be like, Sebastian didn't even read One Piece. He was just reading Bleach the whole time.
Sebastian loves Hunter x Hunter.
It's like, I don't remember any of this or any of these characters.
Yeah, it's One Piece with the girl who's got the cat, and she's like a moon person, and all the other planets are there.
Hey,
and there's a tuxedo man with a top hat.
Let's not exclude Cat Moon people from One Piece. There could be Cat Moon people in One Piece.
Oh shit! Endless Verth. Okay.
Endless Verth. Oh, I do actually know about Cat Moon people.
Oh,
what? What's Cat Moon people?
It's not. It's
what the fuck, Mike?
They're from the cover things, the cover stories.
Oh, okay. I know about Cat Moon people too. Actually, we all know about Cat Moon people.
Oh, okay. We all know. Everyone. It's old news. Cat
Everybody
Moon people.
knows about Cat Moon.
They don't know. They don't know, guys. They don't know.
Robin thinks that the barrel flare was a trick to signal the location of the ship.
Yep.
And then Nami just immediately senses a huge storm, so she's like, gotta go.
Oh my god. So much.
There's a bunch of green lightning.
Yeah. And then everyone starts explaining to Usopp about the Florian Triangle and how people die and there's ghost ships and it's scary and everything. And he's freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
And so is Chopper.
Because he wasn't there when they learned about it from Kokoro.
He wasn't. So he goes to cover himself in anti-ghost gear. Mm-hmm. And then we hear some singing. And Sebastian, what does that singing sound like?
Oh, you can make me look at the lyrics. I do actually have it close here. The singing sounds like. Yeah. These are in Japanese.
Nice.
They're not even in like phonetic.
It's
it's just symbols.
We just hear Fate like. Angelic yo ho ho like kind of.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it doesn't do the lyrics; just does the yo ho ho yo ho ho.
Yeah, I think he does say something about
Binks brew. Yeah.
The translation here is Binks sake.
Ooh.
Binks sake, but they can't say sake in America. We don't know what that is.
Nobody does.
That confuses us. I guess brew's probably not the worst translation.
Although wait, I think that I feel like Binks Brew, I feel like, was in the manga. I'm just reading the Wikipedia article that says Binks Sake, but I feel like Binks Brew was in the...
Binks Brew sounds better.
It does sound good. We see a skeleton on a ship.
Yeah, it's definitely Binks Brew. I'm looking at the actual panel now.
Nice.
Luffy is fucking hype as hell when he sees this.
Yes.
He's like, yes.
It's like, it's a singing skeleton!
I do remember the first question that is asked of Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
We'll get there. Nami, Usopp, and Chopper are scared, as is appropriate. Zoro wants everyone to draw straws to see who should go with Luffy to stop him from doing something stupid. There's a whole back and forth, but Sanji and Nami are the ones who draw the short straws.
Yep.
And they're climbing up, and just they look up, And the skeleton man, who we know is Brook, is just peeking over, staring at them.
Yeah.
Like, with his big, dumb face. And then they hop up, and he's just so nice.
He's so whimsical.
He's so whimsical. And then he sees Nami, and he's like, oh. Wait, I don't want to spoil what he sounds like.
You just did a little bit, but Sebastian.
Yeah. Okay. Sebastian, what does Brook sound like?
So I'm looking at a panel right now that he's saying, "Good day to you. Yo ho ho. You'll have to excuse me for not greeting you properly before."
Nice.
Pretty
Then he
close. Pretty close.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then he goes up to Nami and he says,
Might I take a look at your panties?
"Might I look at your panties?" What the fuck?
I know. There's so many characters that are like you're like on board with, and then they're like they're also a pervert, or they're also like a misogynist. You're like, why did you add that? Why did you add that?
Yeah. Like immediate.
This is a man who's been at sea for decades alone.
It does
I don't know
not
that's the best
excuse.
excuse.
It does not. It's not the best excuse
It-
at all. There are plenty of
it's-
other
it's
things you
the-
could say to someone before asking to see their panties. Just saying.
Yeah. What's your astrological sign? And then you follow up.
Then you follow up with, "Can I see your panties?"
Yeah. Or like, do skeletons poop? That's another question that happens right after this. And he goes, "Yes."
Yeah, she does a roundhouse kick to his skull, and he like gets like a welt.
Yeah.
And Sanji's like, "How did he get a welt on his
Yeah.
bones?"
Yeah. It's great.
But then he just like fucking he's completely horizontal on the ground, and he just like no animation, just goes bup, 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 and is just standing up.
Yeah, that's very good.
Luffy asked him, "Do skeletons poop?" And then Brook slowly walks all the way to grab his cane and tea, and then walks all the way back. Sanji's like, "That's the question you're gonna ask?" And Brook just responds, "Yes, I do poop."
It's very good.
So good. Oh no, sorry. He goes, "Oh yes, I poop."
Luffy immediately asks him to join the crew.
And Brook immediately says yes. It's
And that's the end of the episode.
It's fucking great. So good. I love all the to do to get Frankie and all the lead up to that and how long Annie's lobby was. And then Brook is just like, "Hello, I'm part of the crew."
The amount of time to get Robin officially like back on the crew for Ennie's lobby, to get Usopp back on the crew from Ennie's lobby in Water 7.
This is
And
shortest
fucking Frankie.
time to introduction to joining the crew.
Literally
out of anybody.
like 10 minutes. First episode we see just, "Oh my goodness, do you want to join my crew?" Doesn't even like introduce his name.
He doesn't even know Luffy's name yet.
Look, if you want to join the crew, the one
I-
thing we have to know is, do you shit?
Yes. Luffy's asking the hard-hitting questions.
I only want people on my crew who take poops.
I thought Brook was going to be like an end of the arc, or like kind of like just a character who they like bumped into a few times, or they thought he was a scary thing
Yeah.
longer than they did.
Nope. Just immediately on the crew.
And then we
I do feel like
episode-
it's fitting for his character to just be like, yeah, sure, let's do it.
Luffy, it's on brand for Luffy to be like, "That's a talking skeleton. I want that."
Yep.
And also he finds out he's a musician, and he's like, "Oh my fucking god, that's all I've wanted."
This is all
like
I
he
wanted.
he wanted a musician before a cook.
Yeah. I think you want a musician before most things.
Yeah. Yep.
Episode 338.
This isn't a good title. I got better ones coming up. This one's just called "Oops, All Bones." MVP is skeleton jokes because, again, there's nobody other than the main characters in this. So
Fair enough.
Brook introduces himself. Everyone's kind of freaking out. Nobody's chill with the skeleton man. Usopp is decked out. He's got cloves of garlic around his neck. He's got a big, like, Three Musketeer hat. He's got like a big like flag on his back and a cross. Chopper has a little cross, or Chopper has like a chopper-sized cross.
Yeah.
Like, it is as big as him. Fucking Okay. Mr. Roronoa Zoro goes on a whole fucking tangent about respecting your captain's decisions, all this shit.
Sure.
But when it's a skeleton man, suddenly we don't respect Luffy's decisions. What the fuck?
I mean, I
Call it
can't.
shenanigans.
I could try to argue and be like, the skeleton didn't disrespect Luffy by getting into a fight with him. He just told him he poops.
Yeah, I thought Zoro would have been the one who was just like, Luffy's gonna Luffy.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, for sure.
But it's kind of like Frankie's the one who's like, yeah, this guy's cool.
Yeah, Frankie's just like, all right, yeah, whatever. That's what Luffy said.
Frankie's like, I'm a monster. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, he immediately goes up to Robin then again and is just like, oh, good to meet you. May I see your fucking panties? And I just...
they say no, and he respects that.
There's a lot of crosses in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Does Christianity exist in the world of One Piece?
It does. It does. Kuma reads the Bible.
We established it in our headcanon.
Okay.
No, Kuma has a Bible.
Oh yeah, Kuma has a Bible. I think the one
Fucking-
episode
the
we saw,
one
the
time
one
we've
episode
seen
we saw him,
Kuma.
he was holding a Bible.
I can't forget the image of Don Flamingo walking, followed by a large man carrying a Bible.
That's true. Yeah. Also, we've established that Oda basically stole the plot of the Santa Claus, and then Luffy eventually is going to become Santa Claus. That's canon. It's canon. If this is your first episode listening for some reason, go back and listen, motherfuckers. There's an episode where we talk about the Santa Claus a lot. It's fine.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. It was yesterday. Happy Boxing Day, Foxy Day. It's time.
Happy Foxy Boxy Day.
It's time for Davy Back Games.
Oh man. I wish.
Brook invites himself to dinner. He says something about the back of his belly is he didn't know the difference between the back of his belly from the front of his back. And he makes a lot of skull jokes because he's bones.
Luffy loves it. Luffy is... Well, I was also just like clapping my hands like a delighted child.
Yeah.
Anytime he did anything. It was a treat.
There was some sort of like tone of his voice where he was just like, and he and Luffy were having a great time. Immediate best buds.
Yeah, he has, this is an observation from another podcast I listened to, but they mentioned that Mickey Mouse kind of has Joker energy. Because he's always like laughing nervously.
Yeah.
And Brook is kind of like that. Brook is like laughing almost kind of nervously all the time.
You think it's because he's got a really traumatic backstory, and it's like a twitch.
I think this is a person who's like a little bit mentally unwell from being on a boat alone for decades.
He does.
I mean, like, we don't even know his full backstory, right? But we do know that he was he was a soul lost at sea for a year and has been a skeleton for decades alone.
Yes,
So-
he died decades ago. He had the revive fruit when he was alive, but it didn't do anything for him but just make it so he couldn't swim until he died.
He can burp and fart, though.
He can burp and fart, though. There's a lot of burping and farting in these episodes of Thriller Bark.
Dude, holy shit. Fart jokes, A+. So fucking good. The Usopp one did get me really,
Yeah.
A+ writing.
Yeah. We learned that Brook's whole pirate crew got murdered by a big ship of some sort. And then Brook's soul came back because he was revived by his revive fruit. But then,
But it was so foggy, got lost for a year. And then Luffy turns to Zoro and just goes, "Oh, so you're stupid, just like Zoro."
Yeah. And then he ends up finding his body. By then, it was just a bag of bones. But he got into it, and he's able to live as a skeleton man. And they're like, well, how do you still have your hair? And he's just like, I got really strong roots.
Yeah.
Very strong follicles.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So good.
They were really hanging in there.
he talks about how he's afraid of ghosts, and then they're like, how are you afraid of ghosts when you look like this? And they hold a mirror up to him, but he doesn't show up. He has no reflection or shadow.
He's a vampire
he explains, and then he takes a sip of tea, and then he says, "To be continued." And then immediately continues his story, explaining that somebody stole his shadow, and he can't exist in the world of light. And we see a flashback, where a guy who also had his shadow stolen runs out into the light and gets tired and falls asleep.
That's exactly what happens.
He doesn't die. It looks like he dies.
He definitely dies.
He'll be fine.
You know why he died?
Why?
Because that guy had nipples.
Did he? I didn't know.
I don't know. I didn't either. I was just trying to make an excuse because someone died, Mike, in One Piece.
I don't think that counts.
Do you think there...
It's a flashback, so it's not real.
Do you think there's a sunscreen strong enough
For
to have
bones?
saved him?
Like an SPF 5000?
I don't know. Just...
I
like,
mean,
if you're fully covered, right? If you in a full suit, you'd be.
Could he just wear like a
fine,
full
right?
suit? Could he just wear gloves and a suit and like a helmet? It'd be fine.
Where's he going to get a full suit and a helmet? The helmet store?
He's basically got a full suit on already. He basically just needs to put on some gloves and like hold like a fucking bucket over his head and he'll be fine.
Crawl around under a blanket like a little mole person.
Yeah, you can get a pot from the kitchen.
I don't know that we're dealing with a creative individual in terms of that like side of things.
Well, I'm just saying,
it seems pretty like face value with stuff.
that dude who ran to the sun was not creative at all. He didn't even try to find a solution.
Nope. He didn't. He literally just ran into it and then stood there going, until he died.
Continues telling everyone that he's just happy to see others because they're like, you seem pretty chipper for the situation you're in. Sanji keeps like really digging on him.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, your life seems fucking awful. Like it must suck to be you.
Do you think he's upset because he asked Nami and Robin about their panties?
Yeah, and Sanji never thought to do that. Brook doesn't beat around the bush. Yo!
Was that an innuendo, Michael? Gross.
He does specifically say just how happy he is to see people. Like
he is.
He's been alone for decades.
I literally, my next two notes were yo ho 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 ho. So happy to meet people. It's great.
He's the first Straw Hat with a laugh.
Well, that's right here. He turns down the offer to be on the crew, so he's not a Straw Hat.
No, he is. Is the thing.
Well,
at this point, because
Luffy's gaslighting him into being on the crew like everyone else. I know.
He's pulling a Zoro situation where he's like, "Nah, you're on my crew," so it's just over. Like once Luffy says that, it's over.
Yeah.
It's, like he was given Frankie. He wasn't gonna force Frankie, but he was asked.
Yeah.
But like Robin was like, "Oh, she's on my crew. It's happening."
Well, I think one of my favorite parts of One Piece is that there's a lot of people, like there's a lot of members of the crew who are saying like, no, I can't be a member of the crew because of this like past thing that has happened. And then Luffy is just like, nah, you're part of the crew. We'll fix whatever problem that is. And there's just stopping him.
I think that's like probably it's like most illustrated on in Arlong Park where Luffy has like I don't think Luffy fucking knows any of Nami's history at this point. Like I don't think he was there for any of the explanation. He just knows that Arlong made Nami sad.
Yeah.
And he doesn't give a shit about like what she did beforehand. He's like, I'm gonna go punch the guy who hurt my friend. And like I think that's a very admirable. It's like it's not like where you were, what you did, but like who you are now that matters.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say Robin's the best example, where, you know, it gets to the point where like Robin's just like feels like like this monster or whatever that's being hunted for her knowledge of, you know.
Oh yeah, but she knows what Robin did, like what Robin's been through, right?
And it gets to the point where it's just
like
just say you want to be alive, and then you can be on the crew. All you have to do is
Yeah, I'm saying like Luffy doesn't even he didn't even need to know any of that. To be like, yeah, she's on my like I don't care what she did.
Yeah, he'll figure out the rest. We'll get past all the whatever past problems you have. You're on the crew.
He knows when people are good people now.
Do you think Luffy has some unresolved, deep-seated trauma that will get unpacked in a later episode or episodes, Mike?
I think we just saw it with Garp.
No, he didn't unpack it though. He was just like,
I don't know if he's going to unpack it. I think he's just like traumatized whenever he sees his grandfather because he knows his grandfather can kick his ass, and his grandfather threw him off a cliff.
But I'm curious. Do you think we'll ever get a moment where we get like a emotionally, like, not available, like vulnerable Luffy ever?
I bet we see a moment. I don't think Luffy would ever show it to the crew. I bet we see a moment where Luffy, like, maybe questions himself a little bit. But I don't think anybody would be there to see that, right? Like, I think it would have to be with, like, a different character or something.
Interesting. I can't ask Sebastian because
like,
Sebastian's read all of it.
Maybe he gets his ass so thoroughly handed to him in a fight later on that it, like, you know, just for a moment makes him be like, oh, what am I doing?
It's actually...
But also... What?
I was gonna say, it's a meal so big that he can't eat the whole thing.
He gets so upset.
That's like kind of all I could see happening. Otherwise, I feel like Luffy's just going to be just real consistent all the way through.
That's fair. That's fair.
Somebody was telling me like they felt like Brook was a little one note, and I'm like, who the fuck on the Straw Hats isn't kind of one note? Like, especially Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji.
Yeah.
I don't see those three changing that much.
I mean, Sanji's 2 notes.
Horny and food.
Yeah, horny and food.
But, yeah, I don't know. Which is fine. They're all beautiful.
Zoro's 2 notes, bad at directions, and kill.
Man... Which do you prefer, kill Zoro or bad at directions Zoro?
I prefer bad at directions Zoro.
Yeah,
it's really good.
I love bad at directions Zoro so much.
Do you think that Zoro, like, do you think Zoro has really good parents but he just went to play in the woods and then he ended up at that dojo?
He just got lost in the woods.
Yeah, like, right? That's got to be what happened.
That would be pretty hilarious.
So just asked him where his parents are. He's like, I don't know. He must be an orphan, but he just literally didn't know where they were.
I hope they're like really rich aristocrats who are like well-to-do and nice, kind people. God,
that'd be funny. All right.
Yeah. So, like we were saying, Brook refuses to join because he doesn't want to put the Straw Hats in danger because they've been so nice to him. Then he is about to play music, but he sees a ghost.
Ghost.
That flies through the wall. I might know what these ghosts were related to before it was revealed in the episode.
How?
Because my roommate has a couple sexy maybe, figures of this character. So, not the ghost, but...
well, they say the name of the ghost later. Its name is Perona. And I was like, is that the same Perona that I've heard is a sexy lady that your roommate has a lot of figures of?
You know, I will say, I'm not clear if Perona is a ghost and a girl or not.
Is this like a Carrot situation where Carrot is a small child Usopp pirate, but also apparently someone else?
Perona is a ghost that turns into a lady, or she might be a lady made of ghosts.
So maybe the carrot Usopp pirate is a small carrot that turns into a small child who turns into a big person.
Yeah.
Names all the same.
All the same.
Anyway, giant mouth closes. They're stuck. There's Ghost Island. Thriller bark.
Barrel
it's
was
right
a
there.
trap.
It's there. They're stuck.
Yeah. It's to be continued. Episode
339.
339. Titled Grabbed by the Ghoulies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Brooklyn just is.
MVP is surprise hot tub.
For a second, I thought you were going to say surprise hot dog.
Surprise hot dog. No, that's when you have a hot dog in your pocket and you yell surprise hot dog and you throw the hot dog with as much force as you can muster at a friend.
As much force as you can mustard. Am I right?
Sorry. Yo!
That? I didn't hear that.
You can't hear that.
No, that was too loud.
Discord is muting me. Great.
Brooke says they can't drop
My
anchor.
neighbor can hear that.
Brooke says they can't drop anchor outside Thriller Bark. That the island of Thriller Bark is originally from the West Blue. And then he runs away. He runs on water away.
He leaps really far too, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" And he's like, "I've got no flesh weighing me down."
Which, yeah, he should be dead. He runs on water. He should be dead.
But he's on the water. He's not in the water.
But he's a fucking devil fruit user.
I don't make the rules or understand them either, Matt. We're just taking it how it goes.
Or the ghosts, am I right?
Whoa.
Anyway.
How it goes. Yo ho 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 ho. Funny fruit over
Luffy,
here.
Luffy's really hyped. He wants to go catch a ghost. Chopper, Nami, Usopp are so scared. Sanji's gonna end up staying, so then like Robin's like, I got lunches for everybody, so they're all getting ready to go, and then Frankie's like, hey, why don't we use one of the ship special things?
Yeah, he's got a surprise. What does Frankie sound like, Sebastian?
Shit. I always thought he sounded like I like a surfer guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like really, like I can't. I don't have a Frankie quote. He's like, wanna hang
say
out.
say
Everything's, like,
super. Say just say super.
Cool. Like everything's super cool. Like really tubular. Like we were just like hanging out, like doing Frankie stuff, and building boats.
That's pretty right on. Yeah.
Got it. It's pretty gravelly.
Yeah, I've heard that he's more. What's that other cartoon?
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo. Yeah, I've heard that.
It's like a gravelly Johnny Bravo a little bit.
Yeah. Super.
Yeah, Frankie's got a surprise for everybody in Soldier Channel 2.
It's a mini Mary.
The Mini Mary 2.
Did he?
This boat is the most complicated boat.
It's amazing.
Is it? It's not the Mary's masthead. He made like a
No,
new
because that one, he made a new one. I feel like that's unethical in the world of boats to use the same masthead, and it also had to have a different name.
That's
I
fair.
don't think you want to name a boat after another boat, like the same name.
Yeah.
But yeah, he must have made a new one because Mary's masthead definitely burnt to a crisp.
Yes.
Rest in peace.
I tried to keep track of what all of the soldier battle system things were. So there's two. He said there's two for zero support, which are the paddles on either side.
Yep.
And then there's system 1 is the Waver. System 2 is the Mini Mary. System 3 is the Shark Submarine. And what's system 4?
4 is empty, he said.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, there's nothing in 4.
Ooh,
Yet.
What are we gonna fill up in 4, baby? Yeah.
Wait, does he not say he's not coy when he talks about 4?
He just says
No.
it's empty.
He's not coy at all. Actually, he does.
So I guess
like,
this is
slowly.
this-
He slowly looks Sanji dead in the eye, and he just goes, "It's my fuck room, super. It's the smush room. You gotta go to Channel 4, super."
That's where I keep all my soda.
I like to go down there, strip down to nothing but my Franken beans and just cover myself with some Dr. Pepper super.
Is this what you guys think koi is?
No,
This is
I was just
overtly
being silly.
sexual.
I know that koi is a fish. Not dumb.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm like flipping through the manga as we're going. He does respond differently in the manga.
He's not like, I don't think he was coy about it. He was just like, nothing in there.
Yep. Nami, Chopper, and Usopp take off in the Mini Mary 2 and then go into the fog, and then Nami screams.
So, yeah, immediately gone.
Yep.
Sanji's freaking out about it. Suddenly the anchor drops on its own.
Yep.
A hatch opens on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Frankie's like, did somebody fuck with that? That's not right. None of this should be happening. And then invisible person starts pulling on Luffy. He throws Zoro's sword. He, I think, licks Robin.
He licks Robin like a lot.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Yeah. Real not great. I hope this guy does die.
Yep. I did.
Robin heard growling.
Yep. I did enjoy.
Sanji.
I did enjoy. Sanji tries to jump and he falls, and everyone goes, "Whoa, that was lame."
Yeah. Yeah. He gets grabbed by a ghoulie.
Yeah.
Just like the Xbox original Rare game. Grabbed by the ghoulies.
Hey, it's the ghoulies. Grab them.
I feel like you guys don't share the enthusiasm about grabbed by the ghoulies that
I don't.
you should.
I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm so
not
sorry.
even sure if that is real or not.
Is that like?
Did you
It's
make
on-
that?
After
Is that-
Rareware was purchased by Microsoft, they made an Xbox original game called Grabbed by the Ghoulies.
Is that like Zombie Ate My Neighbors?
Kinda.
Nice.
It wasn't that good, I don't think.
Was it for Sega Dreamcast?
I just used the phrase grabbed by the ghoulies a lot. No, it wasn't. It was on the Xbox.
Oh.
You guys ever played Left 4 Dead 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when a smoker grabs you, you yell, I've been grabbed by a ghoulie.
Hey, I've been grabbed by a ghoulie.
I've been grabbed by a ghoulie.
It's me.
Hey, Sebastian,
Hey.
what does Sanji sound like?
Oh no, I'm so conflicted because Sanji has different voices. He's supposed to be French, right?
No, that's 1,000% wrong. He sounds French to you?
Let me prepare you some grab a ghoul.
It's me, Sanji.
Some
His-
grab
his-
a ghoul.
He kicks things with French words.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this is what he sounds like. Where I have a bunch of sound bits in Discord, so I'm just gonna play this for Sebastian real quick, listeners. It's Sanji saying that he's the assistant chef.
Okay. That,
That's what Sanji sounds like. Hey, love a goyle who treats me like doit. That's Sanji.
that's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's what he sounds like in all of them.
Grapes.
So I did
Anyway.
watch. So I did. I have seen the live action, which I think he's Australian or British.
He's British and Spanish.
Yeah.
In my mind, he was French. Maybe
I think that's the idea. I think that's where like Oda said he would have been from if he was from like in our world.
Yeah.
I mean,
Who's to say
otherwise
he's
it'd be
not?
very strange because he does like all of his kick moves and yells French words. Like if you developed a fighting style and just started shouting words in a different language, I would be like, why are you doing that? What? Why not English?
It just sounds fancier. I feel like it's on brand for Sanji to want to sound fancier than he is.
It's true.
He wants the romance language.
He is a romantic.
I guess you could probably be a French chef without being French.
What if Sanji sounded exactly like Gordon Ramsay?
I mean, he kind of does in the live action.
Actually,
When he like gets
It'd be
introduced,
better
and he's like,
than-
"I'll fucking get your fucking piss. Never eat your fucking food ever fucking again."
It'd be better than what you just played me, which sounded like a cab driver.
Hey, some grab-a-ghoul.
We do not besmirch Brooklyn Sanji on this podcast.
We love Brooklyn Sanji, but also...
I'm upset that Brooklyn Sanji isn't what Sanji sounds like now.
Brooklyn Sanji.
I like sucking on my lollies.
Anyway, waves kick up around the boat and start moving around. Frankie suggests they get a surprise hot tub. We
see that the scaredy cat trio, I think they're called the coward trio, got launched into a moat because Nami just hit a wall.
Yeah.
And then Usopp is like, "You motherfucker! Like, how the hell?" And then she just holds up. She's like, "You can't be mad because I'm so cute." And he's like, "You're not gonna be so cute when I smack you." Fucking
Jesus, Usopp just like bringing it real hard.
I would watch just a whole show that is just Chopper, Nami, and Usopp.
Yeah.
The fact that this arc seems to be focused on them is the best fucking thing
It's really good.
I could have ever hoped for, because the Nami Usopp dynamic is so great, because out of everybody, Usopp gives in to Nami's shit the least.
Yeah.
He's not afraid of her. He's not impressed by her.
They're just like
He's like,
shitty
I know
siblings.
you.
They're just like shitty
Yeah.
siblings to each other. That's great.
Yeah. She holds up a sign that, according to Google Translate, says "I'm sorry."
Oh.
So that's something.
How about
a little
that?
fun fact for you.
Three-headed dog appears.
Yep. Oh, they talk about how it's a good thing they had so many skeletons to cushion their fall.
Yeah.
And then they get scared again because they're skeletons.
Yeah.
And Nami's like, "Okay, we can't keep getting freaked out by everything."
Yeah.
But yeah, the dog shows up, Cerberus.
Mm-hmm.
Like a Franken Cerberus. It's all patched together.
Yep.
It's got one head is a little bit different than the others.
Yeah. Chopper smells and recognizes that it's a fox.
Yeah, he gives it some side eye, and then calls it out, and it feels a little discouraged about that.
Yep.
But they escape the dog.
The head's a fox, Mike.
It's not. It's Silver Fox.
It's a fox.
Yeah, but it's not the fox.
You don't know?
That Cerberus is a little foxier than most Cerberuses.
Out of all the Cerberuses, I'll give that.
It's the
You could
foxiest.
Anyway, yes. They run away. They get to the top of the stairs. Usopp smoke stars the Cerberus. And then they hide in a tree in the spooky forest. And then a creepy Batman.
Who's there?
A creepy Batman.
The man we've been waiting for this whole time.
It's Batman.
It's Batman.
It's me, Batman.
But how did you get on my island?
What are you doing in my name's Hilden. Do you want to ride in my carriage? I'm Batman.
My name's Hilden. Chopper, you're my Robin now. Rachel.
I pictured him as having like a goofy, like evil clown voice.
That's basically what he does have, but
Yeah, it's kind of,
Oh.
yeah.
the 4Kids
it.
version. The 4Kids version has
4Kids version.
has the Christian Bale Batman voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's like, "You want to ride in my carriage to my mansion? You can meet Dr. Hogback's abode."
And then, Sabode?
That's what they said, Sabode.
No, he said Dr. Hogback's abode.
Oh. That makes more sense now. Shut up. Well, fucking people kept talking about fucking King mentioned in a transponder snail somewhere named Saba Odie. So then they said Dr. Hogback's. That makes more sense. Dr. Hogback's abode. But I thought they said Dr. Hogback Sabode. Like his name is Sabode. And I was like, oh, is this something to do with Saba Odie? Because people keep saying Saba Odie, and I don't know what that means.
I can't believe that word.
We'll find it. I assume it's an island. I feel like everything is an island if it's an arc name.
I'm really surprised to learn that word is pronounced Saba Odie.
Oh.
I was pronouncing it Sabouti. Which is apparently wrong.
We're gonna go to Dr. Hogback's Sabouti.
Sabouti.
Chopper freaks his bean a little bit when he hears this name. He's like, "Oh, this is the legendary doctor. He's the doctor of all doctors, the greatest doctor who's ever lived."
Freaked my bean.
Freaked my bean.
And that's the end of the episode.
It is, and on to episode 340. Chopper Doo on Zombie Island. That's a Scooby-Doo reference.
This whole episode got me like Dracula, Jonathan Harker vibes. When like,
yeah.
Do you know the story of Dracula at all? Yeah, when they're like riding in the carriage on the way to Dracula's thing, and then they encounter a bunch of wolves and shit, and they get abandoned for a bit, but then they get there and I don't know, it just gave me very Dracula vibes. It's very Dracula. It was fun. It was good. I like it. One Piece.
Based on this one and the next episode, it's very clear that Oda like had read or watched Dracula and then was like watching
Scooby-Doo.
I don't know, like The Grudge or something. There's a shower scene. Like there's like a spooky shower scene with Nami.
He just got really into horror for like 1997 or whatever.
Yeah. The MVP of this episode is Raw Dog in the Flan.
Raw Dog in the Flan. Ooh, sucking so hard that flan.
Suck down the flan. Dude, oh my god, I fucking love Sindri so much. She's so good.
Sebastian, how did the flan and Sindri come across in the manga?
Yeah, did they raw dog the flan in the manga?
I'm trying to figure out what you guys are saying.
So,
what do you think raw dogging the flan means?
So I will. Can I peek
is.
behind the curtain? Have everyone peek behind the curtain a little bit? I didn't know I was going to be on this episode until very recently before this was recorded. I would have reread all of these episodes, all these chapters, before recording this. But I am flipping through this manga, trying to figure out where we are and trying to translate the weird things that you guys say.
I think it's funnier this way. I think this is how the historian has felt in the past, and
you're a very literate man. You read more books than I do. I know this. What do you think I mean by raw dogging the flan?
Yeah. Do you want a hint?
The flan is food. It's
yeah. So all right, I'm gonna distract you while I read this. So this is like Scooby-Doo based, right?
Yeah. Yep.
We're imagining.
So Scooby-Doo in the original like cartoons like always spoke with like R's. You know, it was a classic like ruh-roh and stuff like that. Then they introduced Scrappy-Doo. Mm-hmm. And Scrappy-Doo could just talk.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was just a dog that could talk.
Yeah.
Did Scooby-Doo just have a speech impediment the whole time?
Oh, for sure.
I think so.
So,
you ever see that episode where there's a sign that says like Ranger Roshan and Scooby-Doo just reads it normal?
Scooby-Doo is just always packing a lip.
I just don't know how far I had to go to find this flan. I don't remember.
It's when they're having dinner. They invite him inside for the first time.
And then they all just like suck down the flan from the tablecloth.
Sindri hates plates so much.
Yeah. Anyway, Chopper says that Hogback has saved more people with surgeries than there are stars in the sky.
I don't know why you can't just figure out what raw dog and flan means. It's fine.
I don't know.
Sorry. There's a dog.
There's a carriage, and then so I have a carriage, and then
Yep. Yeah.
Chopper talking about the miraculous surgeries.
Yep.
Yep. There's a dog horse and a centaur horse.
Yep. There's a bunch of scary trees. And then
yep.
And then the horses leave. They tell
Hilden gives Nami a drink.
Yeah, and then they're basically like, we don't want to go anymore. We want to go home. And then so Hilden's like, okay, let me tell the carriage driver. And he gets out, and then he and the horses leave.
There's a bunch of stuff there's the lion with the man face.
Okay. Yep. Okay. So
Nami peeks out and sees that.
Yep.
Then they all look out, and there's like 100. There's like a dozen like fucking old man tree faces and weird fucking shit, and then they all disappear.
Yep.
Like they all run away.
Yep.
Hilden says it's the fog that causes illusions, and that's when they're like, "Let's just go. This doesn't seem right. This seems fucked up."
Yep. Chopper's really upset.
Then they get abandoned. Chopper really wanted to meet Hogback to ask him questions because he's so legendary.
Then there was there was a
What?
really long, aggressive close up of sweating Nami's back. Nami's back sweating. And I was like, why is this here for so long? This is not doing anything.
It's not as egregious as some of the it's not as egregious as some of the shots in this.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I don't think if it's happened before, I haven't noticed it, but somebody was very dedicated to animating Nami's boobs.
Yeah.
In these episodes.
Wow. Yeah.
There's some flopping. There's
a lot going on. I was like, what happened? What happened?
Which
was it like?
It's hard to not notice because they are approximately 75% of the screen when they're there.
It's just like most of Ennie's like Water 7 Ennie's lobby. They're like, let's really focus in on good storytelling. And then Thriller Bark started, and they're like, let's just get a little horny with it. We built it up a lot. We didn't want to like do too much during any. Let's just let the horn out a little bit.
I feel
really
like
just going with it.
I feel like that's also part of the horror genre.
It's true.
Okay, that's fair.
That's a good point.
Interesting.
Anyway,
zombies attack. Usopp gets pulled out of the carriage. Nami and Chopper get pushed out with the carriage gets tipped over.
Usopp immediately gets grabbed and then bit.
Yeah, Usopp gets
and then
bit.
they flip the carriage over. Nami tries to help, and then she gets grabbed by a ghoulie.
Yeah. Grab a ghoul.
Chopper
goes into rage mode, and then
Yep.
Usopp starts lighting shit on fire. Because he's like,
This is-
they hate
this is
fire.
signature move.
He's just like, they hate fire, which he comes back again later, which is great.
Yeah. I think he mentions... he mentions it after this. We cut back to... Oh, sorry, they're running away.
Yeah, this is the best part.
They're running away, and Usopp's like, "Oh, it's fine. Like they may be like never get tired, but they move real slow. They're just shambling, and like all the zombies are like shamble.
Yeah.
And then they go turbo shamble, and they just start sprinting.
Is Turbo Shamble in the manga, Sebastian?
I'm trying to catch up. They got no endurance.
Turbo Shamble. I was dying. They were like shamble, Turbo Shamble. That was great.
They immediately get tired after.
Yep. Meanwhile, all the Sunny folks get the ship caught in a big spider web.
Yep.
That's it.
Listen, they're the background characters.
I don't think Turbo Shamble is specifically...
Turbo Shamble's not in?
Wow.
Zombies can only groan and shamble, and then it says, wait, you punks, they're fast. And then they're zooming.
Wow.
Oh, okay, that's the Turbo
Shamble. They yell Turbo Shamble. It's great.
Yeah.
This is why
I like
the anime is the superior platform, and why the remake of the anime will be the superior platform. That's for Fun Piece 2.
It's so fun how like it's good. It's so good. They just got the three cowards in this situation where like we see how Luffy handles it.
Yeah.
Right? Like they're not intimidated by this at all. But like Chopper punching a zombie's head off and then another zombie catching it and giving it back to the zombie and just be like, "Here you go, buddy." He's like, "Oh, thanks."
Yeah.
Like
They're very nice.
It's beautiful. We cut back to Usopp, Nami, and Chopper. Usopp is talking about how he's worried about turning, and if he turns to kill him.
Yep.
Then Nami's like, you are not mature enough to be reading horror.
Yeah.
Like you should stick to children's books. They reach the mansion and are calling in to try to get somebody's attention. When a spotlight appears, there's just like lights up a well, and a zombie lady just slowly rises up and just starts throwing plates at Usopp's face.
Yeah. Just fucking brutalizing his face with plates. It was great.
Yeah.
And she basically is just like, nah, me and Chopper can go inside, but this guy fucking no way.
Yeah, why do you think that is? We don't find out.
I don't know.
Yet.
I don't know. We didn't find out yet. Maybe it's because he
My-
used fire on the zombies, maybe? He can
My
make
feeling-
fire?
My feeling is after what we find out about Hogback is that he doesn't have a bounty.
Oh.
Sniper King has a
Sniper
bounty.
King has a bounty. He doesn't have a bounty.
And we know that
That's
Usopp and Sniper King are not the same person.
Of course. Interesting.
So,
why would he
yeah.
why would he care if they have a bounty?
Did you not remember what happens in the next episode?
No, I don't.
Okay, we'll talk about it.
I'll probably Oh wait, yes, I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forget
They're
I said
like
it.
everybody trying to tournament. Yeah.
Sindri hates plates. They all go, but then it is like Hogback appears.
She was once engaged to somebody, and she's got a like. It didn't work. I forget the details,
Yeah,
but
whatever.
She has a boundless plate grudge, as explained by Hogback, and then she's like, "All plates must be eradicated," or whatever the fuck she said. I wish for all plates in the world to disappear. She hates plates.
The plate hate is live.
Plate hate. Hogback introduces himself and Sindri and about how he's a great doctor. And he's like, please come inside. We'll make an exception this one time. And then they all just go inside without him.
They leave him outside.
We hear his laugh, which is like fa-sa-sa-sa-sa-sa kind of thing.
I don't think anyone should ever trust a person who is the shape of Dr. Hogback.
I disagree. He's friend-shaped.
What are you talking about? It's so long, but also so round.
People who
He
wear
didn't seem
capes
that
like
long.
that, I don't trust people who wear capes like that.
I gotta look at a picture of Dr. Hogback. I feel like I didn't get like he didn't seem that tall. Was he? Is he a big guy?
Yeah, he seemed pretty big. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hogback is a mountain.
They're all inside.
Oh, he's Dr. Robotnik. He's got heels.
Yeah, it's gross.
I was gonna send you a picture, but you found it.
Hogback, he's
Nah, I trust this guy.
they're inside the castle with Hogback. He says he's studying creatures on the island. They start sucking down that flan. They just start sucking so hard.
Oh wait, okay, so
Raw dogging that flan.
This is what you were referring to.
Raw dogging the flan.
Multiple chapters away. I'm like scrolling back and forth, looking through like all these zombie attacks, being like, where the hell is this flan?
Oh well, so at the beginning of every episode, I point out who the MVP is.
Yeah, and
it just happened to be further in. It's Raw Dog and the Flan.
Raw dogging the flan is the MVP.
Wait, the MVP of the podcast episode or the show episode?
The podcast, the show episode.
The show,
because this is one episode. We're still in episode 340.
It's true.
This is multiple chapters.
This is multiple chapters. Yeah, okay.
Another episode to go.
Okay, yeah. So that's right. Okay, yeah. I had to flip through another chapter to get to the flan.
Raw dogging that flan. So now you're seeing them raw dog that flan.
Yeah, Hogback explains that he's studying zombies because he wants to learn how to bring people back from the dead. And Chopper's like, what an admirable goal. There's no ethical concerns there. Sindri goes to loose flan.
Welcome to Hogback's
Okay.
Barbecue Culinary Institute, where you raw dog that flan.
They are not using silverware; they're just smashing their face into the.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's so fucking
Yes.
funny. And in the show, they're just like, all like get beak mouths, and they're like,
There's a lot of slurp. It just says
Yeah.
slurp a bunch of times.
Usopp turns his head to ask Hogback, who
Brook?
Oh, I think Sindri's like, I got a bath ready for you guys so you don't stink.
Mm-hmm.
And then for some reason that inspires Usopp to ask Hogback about Brook, if he knows who that is, if he's seen him.
And then we see
and Hogback starts sweating.
he's sweating so hard. Then we see like a quick flashback of Brook holding a sword at Hogback, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's the
And
end of
he's
the
like, I don't know who that is.
end of the episode.
Episode 341. Dead by Dawn.
Ooh.
Flamingo
Nice. Dunkachino.
Yeah. Dead by Dunkachino.
Dunkachino. Was Don a Chino in the manga? No, he wasn't. He was filler, right?
No, it was canon.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
oh yeah. No, we talked about this outside the podcast where you were referring to a person that I thought you were making fun of Doflamingo's name.
Yeah.
But apparently
Dunkachino.
Yeah, I thought
Don Flamingo?
I thought that you were talking about Doflamingo when you were talking about Dunkachino. But Dunkachino is apparently someone else. I don't know who that is.
He had the hot fruit. He can go as hot as 10,000 degrees Celsius.
He was a hotman.
And he uses that to make coffee, I assume.
No.
He doesn't. We just Matt and I weren't really feeling like recording, and then I made the correlation between Donachino sounded like Dunkachino, and we really leaned into that, and we said Dunkachino a lot. We basically had 2 episodes worth of Dunkachino advertisement.
Yeah, we probably said Dunkachino.
A drink that doesn't exist anymore.
I could probably guarantee we've said Dunkachino more in those 2 episodes of that podcast that any other anime podcast probably said Dunkachino.
Maybe any other podcast, unless it's a Dunkachino podcast.
Yeah, we've probably said Dunkachino.
Is the Dunkachino no longer available?
Nope.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Look at
It's
us.
not
We're
available.
talking about it again.
We're talking about it.
Dunkachino is the new Foxy of the podcast where we can't go an episode without talking about Dunkachino for a few minutes.
Oh, man. It's just, you can put Swiss Miss in your coffee, but it's only barely a Dunkachino. It's basically a poor man's mocha is what I call that.
The official quote from Dunkin' Donuts on why they're retiring the Dunkachino is, wait, did we read this already?
I've read.
You might as well. You might as well read it. You just found it. You found it in
yeah.
the libraries and the archives. It's okay.
As we focus on innovation and finding new ways to delight guests, we continually evolve our menu in an effort to deliver a fast, frictionless experience.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, putting hot chocolate in coffee was there was too much friction.
They always have those 2 ingredients. Why would they take it off the menu?
I don't know.
I've never even had a Dunkachino.
Just, can I have a small coffee and a small hot chocolate, and then put them in a large cup?
Can I get a big cup with 2? If you go into, I'm gonna go to Dunkin' Donuts tomorrow morning. Not tomorrow. I'm gonna go to Dunkin' Donuts on Christmas, and I'm gonna say, can you put in a cup half coffee, half hot chocolate? Yes, I want whipped cream on it. Maybe the iced Dunkachino was a bitch.
Maybe they can put flan on top of it, and you can raw dog the flan on top of a Dunkachino, and then drink a Dunkachino.
I mean, I think I'll have to get flan somewhere else, but I could probably combine the 2.
What a breakfast of champions! Raw dog the flan, and then pound it with a Dunkachino.
I'm gonna raw dog that flan before I butt chug my Dunkachino.
Oh, God.
The MVP. The MVP for this episode is a fucked up cat. I'm gonna get the picture. He's so fucked up. He's so fucked up.
Such a fucked up cat.
Look at this fucked up cat.
He's got a little candy cane tail.
You can't really see it. He's got a little candy cane tail. He's got a flight cap. He's got a robot backside, and he walks by as Nami's showering, and he just goes like,
Yeah, I know this cat. I'm sending you a picture, too, from the manga.
Nice.
Is he a major character? Is this Maboji or whoever you were talking about?
No.
Mashikaku.
Mashikaku.
Anyway, Chopper wants to take a peek at Nami in the shower. Or no, he's like, I want to take a peek.
Chopper's like, I really want to take a peek. And Usopp's like, yeah, I know, but we shouldn't.
But Chopper was talking about like at Hogback laboratory or something.
Yeah, he wants to see the lab.
Yeah. No.
Usopp is annoyed that Nami's bothering to shower, and then she explains that they're going to leave that night. Oh, hi, cat. Henry's here. Yeah, Nami wants to sneak out because she noticed that the mansion's just as dangerous. It's definitely crawling with zombies. And then she hears somebody talking in this whole scene is a lot of very lingering shots on Nami's naked body.
Nami's just
where
naked
it's-
this whole episode, and it's just
It's
like Jesus.
barely covered by smoke.
Yeah.
So I do think that Nami does not have nipples.
No nipples, Mike. No nipples in One Piece.
No nipples on Nami.
Nobody dies. If nobody dies from your perspective, then there are no nipples in One Piece.
No nipples.
No nips.
Boy, I did see an image today that's going to really rock your worldview on that one, but it's fine.
I don't. Okay.
It's all good. I saw it, and I'm going to firmly believe that there are no nipples in One Piece.
Yeah, they might be buttholes, or maybe they're mouths,
But no nipples.
or maybe they're closed eyes.
For sure, women do not have nipples. In the Donachino arc, we saw, I think, basically a completely new Nami, and she had no nipples.
Anyway,
I have no nipples, and I must scream.
we hear a deep voice that says, "Oh, you are
I thought
very
that was pretty
observant, woman."
And then Nami says, "Did you say something?" And you hear, and then Usopp says, "No, but my butt just did." And then he said something about how he should be called Poosop.
Yep. And then an invisible
was very
man
funny.
grabs naked Nami and throws her against a wall.
Very upsetting.
Yeah.
A thing that would happen in a horror movie, and like the Invisible Man. I guess makes sense. It is like the Invisible Man. That dude's a fucking
Creep.
yeah,
Yeah.
nasty
Boy. It's the invisible guy.
Yeah, full on-
He was on the ship.
full on. Nami didn't know the rule to not take a shower in a horror movie situation.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, you never get naked.
As a general rule, just never take a shower. You never know
Never
when a horror situation is going to pop up.
This is why Zoro will always stay alive.
It's just a smelly
So you
man.
can't be killed. Too stinky to die.
Invisible Man is assaulting Nami.
Yep. Usopp and Chopper bust in.
And Usopp
Sees everything.
Usopp sees everything. It's a
He sees
naked Nami,
everything.
and then immediately just bows and goes, "Thank you very much." It's like, what the fuck is happening? What is going
I
on?
don't know.
Nami immediately kicks the invisible guy in the balls, and then Usopp does a gunpowder star, but the guy like jumps out the window.
Yeah. We cut over to the rest of the crew. Everyone's jumping off the ship. They're at like an entrance that just says Thriller Bark. And Zoro's like, "This is a trap. This is very obviously a trap."
Yes.
Like the Mini Mary is somehow ended up at the same place as us. There's no way this is like a coincidence. And
And Luffy's like, "Let's go."
nobody cares. Yeah, Luffy's like, "I'm gonna eat your food if you don't come with us." And he's like, "Shit, okay."
It's so funny seeing like the interaction as we move forward here, where like the stark difference between Nami, Chopper, Usopp walking through Thriller Bark. Meanwhile, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Robin, and Frankie are just like fucking whatever. Like,
Yeah, they go down. They're in that like that well crevice because it's all just like orchestrated like a haunted house.
yeah,
And they see Cerberus, and Sanji's just like, "Oh hey, it's Cerberus."
Yeah.
And then Luffy's like, "Oh shit, I want to tame it."
yeah.
And then it immediately bites him, and he's like, "Okay, let go, Uncle Luffy." And then he's like, "Bad dog," and just decks it so hard it smashes against the wall.
I think before he he wants to tame it, he asks what it'd be like to eat it, right?
Yeah, he's like, "I want to eat."
Oh yeah,
it.
he does. Yeah, he does wonder about eating it.
Yeah.
He does tame it though, and he's riding it. Robin points out that it does not look like it's doing well. Zoro's like, "Man, Robin, don't pity it. It's just gonna make it feel worse."
Yeah.
This poor miserable creature.
Yeah. They're walking through the fog, and Frankie says he can barely tell. He's like, "I could barely tell my strong right from my coup de bout."
Yeah.
And they keep walking, and then they encounter.
They see a fucking unicorn pouring sake for one of the old man trees.
Yeah.
And then Luffy's just like, "Is that a tree with an old geezer face and pouring booze for a unicorn?"
Yeah.
Or whatever. And they're like, "I want it."
Yep.
My God, they get so pumped, and Luffy's just. It's the funniest fucking shit. This is so good.
Yeah, this is awesome.
It's like a superhero walking into a horror movie.
Yeah, just like punching things.
Yeah,
Just being like, yeah, whatever, okay.
This would be reasonably scary to a normal person, but
Luffy's just like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
yeah.
We see a meeting of the bad guys outside the mansion. We see Hogsback. We see Sindri. We see the ghost that's named Perona. And we see the invisible guy whose name is Absalom.
Absalom, yeah.
Yeah.
Absalom talks about how he wants a bride, and Hogback's like, nope, not the, like, they're worth too much money.
Yep.
Like, their captain's worth 300, was it 300 million at this point?
Luffy? Yeah, he's 300 million.
So they want to turn Luffy in. So that's my guess why they don't care about Usopp.
Yeah.
Or he's got too much garlic on him.
That's fair. It could be both. We cut back. Usopp's ignoring everything about the island. He's like, nothing is real. None of this is real, including me seeing Nami.
He's in denial.
I didn't even see Nami naked. That's not real either.
Yeah.
Nami.
Do you think he's going to tell Sanji?
Oh, for sure.
He's got it.
Yeah, for sure. Sanji's going to be so mad.
Do you think
Did Sanji get to see Nami when Bon Clay turned into Nami?
Yeah.
He did?
I think so.
So he's... Yeah,
oh, wait,
fine.
no. I think he was inside the ship when that happened.
Oh, okay.
Do you think that Usopp saw Nami's nipples and was like, nope, that can't be real. None of this is real.
Yeah.
Well, she doesn't have nipples, so he couldn't have seen
Exactly.
But that he's agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nami
He saw everything else.
Nami thinks Hogback is the zombie king. Chopper's like fighting her on it. She doesn't trust him. And then like the painting behind them, the eye moves.
It's like slowly zooms in, and I was just going, please.
Yeah.
And then it just turns, and I'm like, yeah. The animation on these paintings is so cool because it doesn't do the thing where you can tell it's the animated section.
Yeah.
Like they integrated it really well, so it still looks painted, and it's so nice. Yeah. They have a painting later on.
Yes,
soon,
when we
actually.
go, like the next moment.
The next scene.
Yeah. They're like in another room, and there's like there's like a fireplace. And on the fireplace, like mantle, there were just a bunch of candles, and they look like middle fingers. Just look like a couple middle fingers, just like on the mantle, and I thought that was hilarious.
There are in the dining room where they raw dog the flan. There's like a bunch of creepy, like Tim Burton.
There's definitely a portrait of Bon Clay. There's definitely a portrait. It's just Bon Clay. I was like, that's literally like Bon Clay or an ancestor of Bon Clay, because there's like. He's got the same like poofy, like the poofy pants that Bon Clay has. It's got like a poofy hat in the same color, and then like it's literally the same hairstyle as Bon Clay with like the Jim Carrey fucking.
I'll have to rewatch that and check that out.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's fucking Bon Clay. Look at that. Anyway,
they get in. They're creeped out. It's really dark, and then Hilden turns on the lights.
I have a conspiracy theory.
About Hilden?
No.
About the lights?
I think Crocodile might be a hogback creature because he's got a big scar on his face like all the other hogback people and creatures.
You know what? I think that's it. I think you figured it out.
That's it.
The One Piece secret.
Yep. Crocodile is the One Piece. The One Piece of mom ass that everybody hit and gave
I will
birth
say
to everyone.
The one thing I can confirm is that the candles in the manga do look like middle fingers too.
Fuck yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh my god. Jeez, I'm trying to find this Bon Clay. I feel really bad for Nami in that shower scene. She was like really traumatized after.
Yeah,
That's
it was fucked up.
It
was a really fucked up situation. Why did they put that in the show?
It's a horror movie, you know?
Yes.
It's the kind of shit that happens.
But it's not even like Chopper and Usopp don't even like comfort her. They're just like, that's fucking whatever. We saw you naked.
Yeah. It's because a
Ch-
man
Chopper-
made this.
Chopper does react negatively to the fact that Usopp thanks Nami for being naked and assaulted.
Yeah. But I guess that's good.
Oh, God, I don't remember that.
Well, at least that's in the manga. I mean, and that's like a small, solace to take from an otherwise troubling scene.
There's just there's been a lot of there's just been a lot of these episodes between
It is a lot.
Brook introduction talking about panties and then just like a lot of
yeah.
it's just a lot.
Chopper does say, "Why are you thanking her?" There.
Yeah.
Um.
Anyway, big lady comes out of the painting, grabs Chopper. There's a mounted pig head. He busts some swords out and throws them at Usopp. Like all of the decorations about the room are coming to life. Oink Chuck.
Oh, also the portrait of the creepy lady who comes to life and grabs. Who did she grab? Chopper.
Yeah.
She says, "You bungled it, Hilden."
Yeah. You bungled it.
Also, Nami calls Usopp a ninny.
Hell yeah. He is.
It's just really interesting words. Yeah, so shit's popping off. Usopp starts... the bear rug comes to life. Did you just say that?
I was about to say that.
Oh, the bear rug comes to life because there's a sword in it.
Yep. And then the power of Usopp compels you.
Yeah, the power of Usopp compels you, and he throws a candle at it, lighting it on fire, and then he just continues throwing candles at everything.
Literally everything in the room, and he's just like, pow, pow, pow,
lights
pow.
the entire place on fire.
Lightning bolt, lightning bolt.
And then they are cornered because they can't open the door. Everything's on fire, and all the paintings and inanimate objects are coming to life to kill them.
And that's the end of the episodes we watched for today.
It is. And we're watching, next week we are watching 342 to 346.
Bam, bam, bam.
Wham, bam, thank you, Nami.
Woo. That's it.
That's inappropriate.
Gross.
Sorry for that.
How dare you?
That's a young.
How dare you? I'm going to sentence you to raw dogging 5 flams.
I thought you were going to send me to the Foxy Horny jail.
Yep. You have to do that off of the floor of the Foxy floor jail.
Oh,
Foxy
no.
jail floor.
I'm not going to be able to tell what the flan is and what the other stuff is.
Oh, gross.
Oh, right.
So much
Sebastian.
worse.
Sebastian.
Sebastian. We don't have any transponder snails. You failed us completely.
It's really upsetting.
We're disappointed. We're waiting for Ben Tenru to continue the tournament. What?
I failed you?
No, the mother funders, the listeners, they didn't send us any transponder snails, so we don't have any to talk. But it is the holidays. We know it's a busy time for everybody. Everyone's getting ready for Foxy Boxing Day.
That's why we have a new segment that I just came up with where we try to get Sebastian to guess what people sound like because Sebastian's only read the book adaptation, the novel adaptation of One Piece.
Thing that you came up with?
Yeah. So Sebastian has only read the novel adaptation of One Piece, and we have watched it and listened to it. So, Sebastian, we're gonna go through all the Straw Hats and see what you think they sound like.
Okay.
I like it. We'll pick some of our favorite characters for you to try to figure out what they sound like.
I like
Oh
this
boy, I wasn't ready
Sebastian.
for the amount of fucking voice acting.
Sebastian, what do you think Luffy sounds like?
Well, Luffy's like young and spirited. I don't even know if I can do a young and spirited voice anymore. He's like ready to go. Like we're gonna I want to eat that. I want to punch that guy.
Yeah. I think that's a good.
That's great.
What do you think Zoro sounds like? Or Zolo, or whatever the fuck you would call him.
Yes, his name is Zolo. Zolo sounds bored and tired.
Yeah.
He's just always like, I guess this is what we're doing.
We went over Sanji. Sanji sounds like a cab driver. You got that one.
Gabagoo.
Gabagoo. What does Nami sound like?
Nami always sounds frustrated. I'm not going to try. I mean, I don't want to try to do like a female voice because it'll just be terrible. But I feel like she sounds impatient. Like if I had to describe her, she's always like, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you doing that?"
I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
What about Robin?
Robin sounds smart. I would say. I mean, that's all I have to say. I like.
She's pretty like flat affect, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
matter
just
of
seems like
fact.
she seems like a well-spoken, emotionally detached for the most part. From most of the things that are, she has emotional backstory. For most of the things that are happening to the Straw Hat crew, I feel like she's just like, this is happening. Like let's focus on task at hand.
We went over Brook and Frankie. What do you think Chopper sounds like?
Depending on the size of Chopper, I feel like he sounds like Kirby or Frankenstein.
Oh.
I like that. I like that a lot.
That would be kind of fun. In the show, Chopper just sounds kind of like Kirby.
Wait, when he turns into a big monster, he doesn't sound like a big monster?
Yeah, when he's a big monster, he's always like got a cute little voice, no matter what.
Oh. Weird. Weird.
What do you think Jimby sounds like?
Jimby. I don't know what Jimby sounds like. I have no idea.
I don't know. So
He sounds like.
Hey, it's me. I'm a Jimby. I got a little bit British. I'm a Jimby.
no, he's not British. I
Would
feel
you
like he's
like
like
my jambalaya?
I feel like he's Caribbean.
Would you like a little bit of my tea and crumpets?
I was thinking he'd sound like King Candy.
Who?
Wow, it's King Candy. It's
Oh
me,
my-
Jimby. Jimby.
I
Jimbly's my
can't- I
name.
can't-
It's me, the fishman, Jimby.
He's like the most serious character.
Would it be funny if it was that, but also Brooklyn? So he's like, oh, snail, Brooklyn, Jimby, grab a ghoul.
I don't think
All right,
Jinbei has a like single like humorous moment in the entire he's like the most straight-laced character.
okay, Matt, you pick a character. Pick one character for him to.
One character? All right, Sebastian, could you do the voice of...
I'm gonna have to Google someone.
I don't know. Well, you've
I mean-
read all of it.
I mean, yeah.
Who's a character like T-Bone?
I don't... Yeah, T-Bone. Do you know T-Bone?
The guy at the
Captain
train. You
Captain
can't just
T-Bone?
Google. You can't just Google the word T-bone. It will.
Yeah, you
not
can.
get-
You can. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Oh man, T-bone.
T-Bone's the best. I love T-Bone.
Hold on, give me a second.
T-Bone also would fit in perfectly well in Thriller Bark, I think.
Oh yeah, T-Bone fucks. T-Bone fucks.
Maybe T-Bone is the
All right.
long-lost
My
husband
my
of Sentry.
T-bone is. Who are these intruders on my train?
That's pretty good. That's not bad.
I don't remember what he sounds like. Isn't he like?
I think it's kind of raspy like that, but he's also like, oh, so he's like, who are these intruders on my train?
Oh, he's all high
need,
pitched.
Do you need a piece of my cake?
Who are these intruders?
Yeah, I think what Mike just did. It's like a little of both. Anyway, this is
It's me, T-Bone. I fuck.
That's true. That is what he says.
well, hey,
what do you think Silver Fox Foxy of the Sexy Foxy Pirates sounds like?
I'm gonna go with. I
Is this
don't.
what he looks like?
Yeah,
This is what he looks like.
This is what he looks like. Like, I know you too well to not, like, accidentally see pictures of Silver Fox Foxy every once in a while.
That's fine.
I've seen him in a bath. What was Matt showing me the other day? The pictures you...
Of him and the beans?
In the beans.
Oh, yeah, spoilers.
Spoilers.
By the time you guys hear this, I'll have posted a bunch of Foxy pictures. I asked people if they were in the top 10% of our Spotify listeners to message me and confirm that with a picture, and then send me a message that's Foxy but blank. So it could be like Matt asked for Foxy but a Voltron lion pilot.
I did. I haven't seen it yet. I'm so excited.
One of them is Foxy but in a vat of baked beans.
So I will say, this makes a lot more sense, because when Matt showed me the pictures, I was like, we need to have an intervention, because he did not tell me that was the setup. He just said, look at this picture that Mike made, and it was Foxy and a thing of baked beans. I was like, I don't know if Mike's okay. If he just drew this of his own accord.
It's fine. We won't make you guess what Foxy sounds like. He sounds like this.
Oh, wow. That is also higher pitched. Why do I think everyone sounds lower pitched than they do? I was thinking like a Snidely Whiplash type voice.
It's not too far off. He's 100% that character. My favorite one that I did was Silver Fox Foxy, but he is a Game & Watch main in Smash Bros. I don't think that one's gonna get colored, but it's gonna be there.
I can't wait.
It's special.
I can't wait to see.
Join the Discord to see those. I might post them on other socials, but that's really the best place to see them. The highest quality image. You can really see how shoddy my lines are.
Oh yeah.
I'm so glad this was clarified, because I genuinely was like, man, Mike likes this character a little too much if he's just drawing these variations.
I do like the character a little bit too much, mostly because in all the world of One Piece, nobody has usurped the greatness of Silver Fox Foxy. He's the best villain so far. He's unmatched.
I think Buggy is close.
Nobody has had as good a fucking fight with Luffy as Foxy has.
Has Buggy really had a fight with Luffy?
Yeah, he hasn't. So maybe he'll pull out all the stops. But
can't wait.
Right now, and I'm not joking about this, the best fights Luffy has had, to me, are Foxy, and I think Donachino's pulling second.
Dunkachino better than Rob Lucci. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the stakes around the Rob Lucci fight were really good. And
better than Bluno?
Luffy powering up was really good. Bluno's fight with Luffy, I actually liked more than Lucci's
he
fight.
Slaps him with the door thing, and his face gets off.
Yeah, it was great.
When
how does that not just kill a person?
When Luffy and Eneru fought, I thought that, like, once they actually fought, that was pretty cool, but it was over really quick. But no, that Foxy fight, that's like a whole volume of the manga. Is that fight.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
There's so much fun stuff in it. Nobody's been a match for Luffy except for Foxy, you know?
There it is. That's what it is.
I'm not wrong.
Hey, everyone.
I'm not wrong. The One Piece was friendship, and Foxy found it.
It's true. Hey, everyone.
You don't need to be king of the pirates.
Thank you so much for listening to this 2-hour-long podcast. We very much appreciate you supporting the Fun Piece podcast and listening and being a wonderful mother funner, because your mother funners are great. Thank you. You should follow us on the things. Podcasts are sold. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, because I have been posting on there somewhat frequently. Also, spread the word. Tell all your One Piece friends about us, because we're having fun, and we always love more One Piece friends. And send us transponder snails. Y'all are slacking.
I was looking at our end of the year thing on Spotify, and to everybody who's listening's credit, over half of the people listening found us because of a direct link. So that means you guys were sending us out to people to listen.
Thank you.
Word of mouth is like the biggest fucking thing to get people to listen.
Thanks, everybody.
Keep doing that.
Hey, Sebastian,
we know
the librarian.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Thanks you for exiting the archives for the episode today for us.
Yeah, it's post time skip. I'm back. If you want to communicate with me, I'm only communicating now via smoke signal. So, just send them up. I'll look for them.
He's in the library of Ohara.
Yeah.
The books are a little crunchy. He was in the basement at the time of the incident.
We were trying to send up one really big smoke signal all at once, and it just meant the library's on fire.
It's hard to read because it was in cursive.
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be over 2 hours long because our intro is 2 minutes.
It's true.
Sebastian, we have a tradition that we've always had.
We've always had it. We've never not had it. We've
always done it in every episode. We've never forgotten it recently. Sebastian, what do you think the One Piece is?
What do I think?
It can be a dumb, silly answer too. It doesn't have to be
One
like
Piece
truthful.
is.
I know what it is.
I think it is a very comfortable pair of shoes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Nice. That is pretty good. That sounds great.
That is good.
I would wear.
Put them on, and you're just like, oh
yeah. Time to raw dog some flan.
Ooh. You guys ever just like fill your shoes with pudding and just sit your toes in those nasty boys for like 5 minutes until they get a little bit too warm?
That sounds nice. Squish, squash. Squish, squash.
Where are you? We got some work to do now.
That's how it ends.
Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We need some help from you now. Come on, Scooby-Doo, I see you. Pretending you got a sliver. You're not fooling me, 'cause I can see the way you shake and shiver.